Hello everyone, and welcome to another edition of Relics with Bruce C. Goaltending Museum. Alright, so today we've got a really neat and interesting piece for all of you. Our goalie of the day, Dustin Tokarski. So he was born on September 16th, 1989 in Humboldt, Saskatchewan here in Canada. He was an excellent starting goalie on the Spokane Chiefs of the WHL. After winning the Memorial Cup with them in 2008, Tampa Bay actually drafted him 122nd overall that year. The next year, he ended up winning World Juniors Gold with Canada, and the following season, on January 16th, 2010, he made his NHL debut and stopped all 5 shots he faced. Now, of course, that season he only appeared in 2 games, however, both were relief efforts. 2 seasons it took, on top of that one, for him to be recalled by the Tampa Bay Lightning once again. In March of 2012, he got recalled and got 5 starts, though he only recorded a 1-3-1 record in that span. That season, in the minor leagues, the American Hockey League that is, he led Norfolk to the AHL championship that is called the Calder Cup, for those of you that might not know that. The following season, in February of 2013, he was traded to the Montreal Canadiens for Cédric Desjardins. He started as the number 3 goalie with the Habs behind Carey Price and Peter Budaj. However, Tokarski was eventually thrown into the reactor. Alright. So after Carey Price went down with injury in the conference finals against the New York Rangers, and after Peter Budaj surrendered 3 goals on 8 shots in his 1 period of relief in Game 1, Tokarski was given the call. Now I always imagine that situation, especially when you're not expecting it, to be like when you're a kid and you're waiting in line at a grocery store and your mom or dad, they forget this one item and they leave you in the line and you slowly see the line moving up and you're getting all nervous. I always imagine that's what it would be, especially as a third string goalie coming in there and slowly having to take over in the conference finals of all places. So even though Montreal was defeated in 6 games, I don't think Tokarski could be to blame, as he did record a pretty solid 2-3 record with a 2.6 goals against average and a 91.6% save average. I mean, I think that's pretty good, especially coming from someone who's only had, I believe, 8 or so games of NHL experience before getting into that conference final. Something like that. I can't remember off the top of my head. So, of course, after that season ended, Peter Budaj became expendable, and he was sent to the Los Angeles Kings via free agency, and then Dustin Tokarski became the full-time backup to Carey Price. He had a pretty good season, appearing in 17 games, and then the next year he wanted to continue that. However, rookie goalie Mike Condon came along and stole the show, per se, and that ended up with Tokarski being placed on waivers and then traded to Anaheim. He made one more NHL appearance with Anaheim in 2016 and 17, stopping 5 shots in 10 minutes of relief. He was then traded to Philadelphia in 2017-18, and then acquired by the Rangers in 18-19 as a free agent. He did get called up once in December of 2018 for 4 games there. However, he didn't get to play any games with the New York Rangers. When he was sent to the Charlotte Checkers in the AHL on loan, Tokarski was the definition of perfection. He recorded a 7-0-0 record with them in the regular season, then recorded a perfect 5-0 record with them in the playoffs, en route to helping them win the Calder Cup, the second one in Dustin Tokarski's career. This season, 2019-20, if we're watching it at a later time in this video, he was signed by Wilkes-Barre in the AHL, and he continues his strong play with a goals against of under 2.00 as we sit right now. So now that we've talked about the goalie and we have a sense of who he is and where he is today, let's take a look at this relic that we've just added to our collection. So what you're looking at right now is a 2013-14 to 2014-15 season game-used CCM Extreme Flex Pro Glove, used by Dustin Tokarski while with the Montreal Canadiens. So he used it over 2 seasons. That's already pretty impressive. Nowadays, you see a lot of goalies, they use many gloves over the course of a single season, sometimes even a glove per period, depending on how sweaty the dudes are. Of course, that comes down to individual player preference. So using this glove, he made his playoff debut and also played those 5 games in the conference final against the Rangers. And then on top of that, once they were eliminated and they got into training camp and preseasons the next year, he maintained the use of this glove into the next season, finally retiring it after a game on November 23rd, 2014. So in total, he used this game in NHL action 11 times. Of course, that goes along with many backup-only appearances. The wear is ridiculous on this thing. You don't see it so often nowadays. You see it with old-timey gloves a lot more when players had the one for the season. But, I mean, he clearly liked this one. So, let's take a closer look at it and some of the nice wear and tear to be had. So, as you can see, there's quite a bit of puck marks throughout it. Of course, this is a photo-matched glove many times, particularly over here. This mark can be seen in the playoffs as well as into the next year, with, of course, a lot of this other wear coming more as we get into the season, the 2014-15 season, rather. We got Dustin Tokarski, forgetting how to speak again. Dustin Tokarski's name stitched nicely into the cuff of the glove right here. Got some nice blue marks on there. Got the back of the glove. Got Kay Whitmore, who's the goaltending supervisor for the NHL signature. See, on the Velcro, we got some hunks of Montreal Canadiens game-worn jersey material on there. You know, if you're that kind of thing, could scoop them up and turn them into a hockey card or something. I don't know. Got the inside of the glove. I don't recommend you take a big whiff of that thing. This baby is sour. And nice marks throughout it. It's a very stunning piece of a goalie who's accomplished a lot in his career so far. Just unfortunate his NHL success hasn't quite matched his AHL and junior success. However, he's still a pretty young dude, just 30 years old, and there's still a chance he might make it back to the show and, you know, steal the role from someone. The starting role, that is. You never know. I'm Bruce C. I'm glad you tuned in with us. It's always a lot of fun having you here to share our relics and box breaks. Please subscribe to us on YouTube here. We're always looking for some subscribers. And of course, you can follow us on Twitter, like us on Facebook. And I think that's about it. Yeah, alright. Have a great day, everyone, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.